Hi everyone, welcome to almost the beginning of a new month. With everything being as it is, with all of the changes in the world, we've got the COVID-19 and a lot of things closed down and everybody kind of panicking. A lot of people panicking, a lot of people losing their minds, a lot of people not being so nice to each other, a lot of people finally embracing their humanity and embracing their fullest selves and helping others. I was tempted to change the setup this month of the energy report, but my guides have basically said no, let's follow the same pattern. This pattern has been established for a reason. We're basically just looking at the overall energies of the month and thinking about and looking at how they can best help us to find our highest healing. And our highest healing, of course, is to find our highest wholeness, our highest vision of ourselves, the highest possibility of vision for ourselves, not just our vision for ourselves. It's beyond that. So I'm going to stick with the usual pattern, use the oracle, draw one card or rune or whatever, and to get a feel for the energies, and then talk about that and what my guides are giving me about that, and then draw a card from the Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle deck to help us understand it a little better. Sometimes it's how we can better affect healing, and sometimes it is just a bit more detail about how we can live our best lives in the energies of the month. So that's what we're going to stick to this month. So another intuitive friend of mine and I have been chatting via email recently, and she mentioned I believe she called it the chatter, the emotional chatter, and how it's been kind of pressing in. And to be honest, I hadn't really realized that because everything's kind of been crazy in my own life. A lot of things have been changing in my life, but a lot of things have been staying the same, and trying to navigate that in my own life had gotten a little distracting, and I hadn't noticed that a lot of those energies of anxiety and the chatter, as my friend called it, were outside of me. I hadn't noticed. And so I had been meditating, however, and part of my daily practice each day I'd get to a point where I just felt a little overwhelmed. And so I had taken to about midday going and drawing an oracle, basically to say, please tell me what I most need to know or do today for the highest outcome. That was it, just one card. So that's what I've been doing over probably 2 or 3 weeks now, and it's actually been really nicely helping because I do meditate in the mornings, and I think that has been what's helped me stay calm, through the morning. And then again, about midday, I would get just a little tweaky, a little twitchy, a little overwhelmed, and that's when I would do this consulting an oracle. So I choose whichever oracle, I ask my question, and I let the oracle speak to me. I guess that's how I like to say it, but it's just I feel more drawn to one oracle on any given day. But the one that has come up most for me is the Spirit of the Wheel meditation deck. That's interesting that it also called to me today, and it has been a very good guide over these past couple of weeks. So for the energies of April, I'm asking for what we most need to know about the energies of April, what the overall feeling of April is going to be, the overall energy of April, and then we will go from there. So they give us West with the keywords recuperation, creativity, and dreams. So I don't believe I've written about this elsewhere officially yet formally. I think this is something I've been pondering in my journal a lot because part of my daily practice is meditation and also writing, and in my case it's journaling a lot of time to make sense of the energies that I'm picking up around me, or to make sense of my own thoughts, my own worries, so it's to get it out on paper, to get it out of my head, as Jim Rohn likes to say. So what has come up a lot is, this is a good opportunity for us. We're not officially in quarantine, but these times that we're think about, I know financially this is a hard time for many, many people, and it's going to get harder probably for people, but we've also been given this tremendous gift. My children, my daughter's school has been closed, and so she's doing e-learning from home. And I can kind of focus on, I could, if I wanted to, focus on the difficulty that it is having both of my children home while I am working full time. My husband is not yet told to work from home or to not work, because he works in such a small group of people, and they are very conscientious about health and cleanliness. But I'm home with my children and trying to figure out how to continue my job, which has always been to work from home. I've been working from home for over a decade now. And it's trying to figure out how to do that while having the kids home. We didn't go out that much, so our lives have not been changed a lot, to be honest. Even if my husband started staying home, well, then we just kind of be back to where we were in the summer. So life is not a lot different for us. We've always been prepared for things to happen, so we always have extra food on hand, extra supplies in case we were to get snowed in or have a natural disaster. We live in the Midwest. You never know what can happen. But this is a tremendous gift. I mean, most people now, if you're staying home and your kids are home, we have this tremendous opportunity to reconnect with our families and to really get to know them better, and to maybe even stop consuming media, because there is a lot of fear-mongering out there in the regular media and even in social media, because people share things, right? There's a lot of ways to be brought down instead of uplifted. And instead we can recuperate. Recuperation. This is an opportunity to recuperate, to get creative again, to unplug. We can unplug from the busyness. We can unplug from the electronics. Really, we limit our electronic usage in this house, by the way. And you can dream, and you can start thinking about ways to improve the world and how you can be effective in that, rather than being disempowered. You've been taken out of the rat race. So now's your time to figure out what you can do differently. What is it that you've not been liking? Now you can change it. Now you can brainstorm. Now you have the time to consider and to start implementing, so you can change your life for the better. It's easy when we consume media, when we're always busy, always working for someone else, always trying to make sure to pay the bills, to do this business for someone else, to take care of someone else's business instead of minding our own business, as Robert Kiyosaki likes to say. It's easy to get lost in everything, and you feel hopeless and helpless, like you're just going to be in this race all the time, and you're never going to be able to pull yourself out of it. Here's the thing. Now's your chance. You can recuperate. You've got this gift that allows you time to be creative, to learn what you want to learn, read the books you want to read, get to know your spouse again, get to know your kids, be together as a family, play games. Oh my gosh. So basically, there is this world of opportunity opening up to us. There are lots of ways that this can go. I have no idea which way it will go. A lot of people believe very strongly one way or the other. I feel that we are at a crossroads. A tipping point keeps coming up, but I don't know. It's not really just one way or the other. I guess you could think of that as a tipping point. We're on this point, and we could go in any direction, and probably will go in a lot. So I guess the tipping point is a much better analogy than the crossroads. Everything's here, and it's kind of sloshing around. We kind of low toward panic one day, then okay, this isn't so bad, and then everybody's gonna die, and then wait, we've got enough supplies as long as everybody cooperates. No, wait, don't stand up. So it's kind of like we're in this I don't know, maybe a boat full of water, or a vehicle on the cliff, but we are on this tipping point. We could go in any direction, and our energies are important, because if we get sucked into panic, we tilt it in this direction. But if we go into love, we can kind of balance it out. We can maybe go in the other direction, and eventually it's going to pour out. We're not sure where, but it's going to pour out. So right now, there's talk about, in the government, I don't know, about, I can't even keep track of all of it, right? Forgiving debts, stock market crashing, bailouts to businesses. No, business bailouts to people. No. Whatever. It's going to change in every country. But we are at a place, a decision point, and we can choose more right now, more than in so many years. We have the chance to help shape our future instead of just blindly following along. And it really starts with creativity and thought, quiet stillness, which we are being given an opportunity for. So in April, the possibilities are wide open. But the key words here: recuperation, creativity, and dreams. Start dreaming again. Recuperate. Take the time to find yourself. Take care of yourself. I mean, how many of us have been bitching for years that, at least in America, we can't stay home when we're sick. We have to go to work. Right now, odds are you've probably been told to stay home. What else can you do but take care of yourself? Recuperate. Recuperate your soul, your spirit, your body, your mind. Do whatever it takes. Do, read spiritual books, meditate, do yoga, whatever works for you. Go to online, go to church online. I know they're out there. Watch them on TV, I guess. But be mindful about your media usage. Be mindful about your consumption of any type of information. And recuperate and start to get creative and think, how do I want the world to look? Our government may end up helping the corporations. They may end up helping us. Maybe they'll topple. Who knows? We don't know yet how this is going to play out. And that's because there are billions of people on this planet, all of us with free choice. All of us have free choice. So no matter what's happening, this is a virus that has no mind. It has no ability to think and shape what it does. It's a mechanism that just acts. It just moves. It just acts. Don't be like a virus. All right? Now's your chance. So, with that all being said, let's talk to the Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards and see what they have to offer us, what they suggest as far as how we can best use this energy or best approach this month for our own highest good, our individual highest good. And here I remind you what I've been reminded of myself, that there is no separation of the individual and the collective. We are part of a greater whole. We do not live individually. See, that's another thing that pandemics can teach us and remind us. We do not live individually. We cannot, if there were only one of us, if we were not a connected organism, this virus could not have spread. We are a connected organism. We interact with each other all the time. We influence each other in so many ways, including an illness. So for our highest good as individuals is also for the collective highest good. And anytime I'm praying or asking questions, it's always, whether I state it or not, my guides already know this, I've made it clear, it's always for the highest good, for the greater good, for the highest good of everyone, everything in existence. So, stay positive. Really, stay positive. Fill your heart with love. Don't panic. Please don't panic. Change is part of life. Change is always happening. It's one of those few constants, right? Is change. Death is a change. It's not an end. It's change. Some people will die. Some people are dying. But remember, when we stay positive and we stay helpful and we keep the highest good of everybody in mind, it helps us make better decisions. so that we do not put ourselves at risk and we don't put other people at risk. Stay positive. Don't panic. When we panic, we're giving into that negativity. We make ourselves ill. Mental health, our mental thoughts, our focuses mentally affect our bodies. Study after study after study has shown that. So stay positive. Stay as positive as you can. And if you think you've hit your limit of positivity, try walking around your house and touching everything that you feel positive and happy about, and state what you love about it and why you love it. And do that. Just walk around your house or wherever you are and do that. And it will help shift you into a more positive mindset. I promise. I've actually done this. It helps. So stay positive and stay calm as much as possible. We will all get through this. We will get through this individually, yes, but especially with the help of other people. Teams of people looking at how we can overcome this disease, if we can create a vaccine for it, or lots of people who are taking care of those who are ill. Thank you, by the way, if you are one of those people who are in the front lines in hospitals and taking care of people. Thank you. And know that we will get through this together. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, all of our spiritual guides and mentors, please surround us with your love. We ask that you help us to feel your love and your protection even more strongly than usual in these times of change and fear and illness. We ask that you help us to focus on the positive during this time, to recuperate, rejuvenate, become more creative, to reconnect, to realize that we do not have to be physically with people to be emotionally connected to them, but also to emotionally reconnect to the people who we are physically near. We thank you for all of your assistance during this time and for helping us to eventually make it through this by staying positive and focusing on how we want to reshape the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you.